What is happening in Antarctica? Antarctica, the coldest and most desolate place on Earth, has always been shrouded in mystery. For decades, scientists have speculated about what lies beneath its 2-mile-thick sheet of ice. Ancient microbes, lost civilizations, or something far more sinister. This is the story of a scientific expedition that ventured too far, uncovered too much, and paid the ultimate price. The expedition. In 2024, a multinational team of scientists, funded by an unnamed private corporation, embarked on a mission to investigate a series of anomalies detected under the Antarctic ice. Satellites had picked up strange electromagnetic pulses emanating from deep below the surface near Lake Vostok, a massive subglacial lake buried beneath miles of ice. The team consisted of glaciologists, geophysicists, biologists, and military personnel. Dr. Eleanor Hayes, the lead researcher, was particularly excited. This could be the discovery of a lifetime, proof of life thriving in extreme environments or evidence of ancient ecosystems preserved in ice. The mission was codenamed Project Aegis. The first signs. After weeks of setting up a drilling station near Lake Vostok, the team finally broke through the ice. A remote-operated submersible was sent into the lake's dark waters, capturing footage of a world untouched for millions of years. Strange, bioluminescent creatures swam in the murky depths, but it wasn't the life forms that caught their attention. It was the structure. The cameras revealed what appeared to be a massive, geometrically perfect dome at the lakebed. The material was unlike anything on Earth, smooth and metallic yet organic in its movements. Eleanor was ecstatic. "This changes everything," she whispered as the footage played on loop in the control room. But then the feed cut out. Every screen went black, and the team's instruments started to malfunction. Radios emitted ear-piercing static, and the temperature in the station dropped rapidly, even inside their insulated base. One of the biologists, Dr. Curtis Mendez, claimed he heard whispers coming through the static, a language he couldn't understand but felt compelled to listen to. "Turn it off," Mendez begged, clutching his head. "It's not meant for us." The descent. Unwilling to abandon the mission, Eleanor insisted on sending a second team into the tunnels beneath the ice. They discovered a labyrinth of passageways leading to the dome, the walls covered in strange carvings, spirals, jagged shapes, and symbols that seemed to shift when viewed from different angles. As they ventured deeper, the carvings began to glow faintly, illuminating the dark tunnel in an eerie blue light. One of the soldiers, Lieutenant Harris, touched the wall out of curiosity. A high-pitched scream echoed through the passage, and Harris collapsed, his eyes wide with terror. When the team tried to revive him, they found his veins had turned black, as if something had invaded his body. "We need to leave," said Dr. Mendez, his voice shaking. But Eleanor was determined to press on. The dome. After hours of navigating the icy tunnels, the team finally reached the dome. It towered above them, pulsating faintly, almost as if it were alive. As they approached, the ground trembled, and a low humming noise filled the air. The entrance to the structure opened on its own, revealing a cavernous interior. Inside, the walls were covered in a material that absorbed light, creating an oppressive darkness. Strange artifacts floated in midair, tools, tablets, and what looked like fossilized remains of creatures with elongated limbs and hollow eyes. The deeper they went, the more the whispers returned. They weren't coming through their radios anymore. They were inside their heads, urging them to keep going. At the heart of the dome, they found it, a massive obelisk, black as void, covered in shifting symbols. It was emitting a faint, rhythmic pulse that seemed to sync with their heartbeats. The awakening Eleanor, overcome with curiosity, reached out to touch the obelisk despite the others' protests. The moment her hand made contact, the dome erupted with light, and a deafening roar filled the chamber. The team collapsed to the ground, clutching their ears as the obelisk began to change. It cracked open, revealing a void so deep and infinite that it felt like staring into the end of existence itself. From the void emerged tendrils of black smoke, writhing and reaching for the team. Lieutenant Harris, still weak from earlier, was the first to be consumed. The tendrils wrapped around him, pulling him into the void as his screams echoed through the chamber. Eleanor tried to back away, but the whispers grew louder, almost deafening. "You woke it up," Mendez shouted. "You've doomed us all." One by one, the team members were dragged into the void, their bodies disappearing as the obelisk pulsed faster and brighter. The aftermath days. Later, a rescue team arrived at the station after all communications had ceased. They found the base abandoned, the equipment destroyed, and the tunnel leading to the dome collapsed. But there was something else. A strange mark carved into the ice near the base, a spiral surrounded by jagged lines, glowing faintly in the dim light. Satellite imagery later revealed that the electromagnetic pulses had spread, now emanating from multiple points across Antarctica. Whatever had been dormant beneath the ice was awake, and it was spreading. Governments around the world scrambled to contain the information, declaring Antarctica a no-fly zone. But the whispers began to spread in other ways. Through dreams, through static on radios, through the minds of those who had never even been near the ice. Whatever was buried beneath Antarctica wasn't meant to be found. And now that it's awake, the question isn't what is happening in Antarctica. The question is, what's coming for the rest of us? What do you think is really happening beneath Antarctica's ice? Is it an ancient entity, a hidden civilization, or something far more terrifying? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story and want more chilling tales, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to FableScope. Make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss our next dive into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious and stay cautious.